Today we're going to be talking about virtual assistants. So I've been getting a lot of questions on my YouTube channel asking, Steve, what is a virtual assistant? How can they help you in your business? Where can you find them? How much money do you pay? And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process step by step. I've hired literally hundreds of virtual assistants in all areas of my business, for YouTube, for e-commerce. I've hired designers, graphic designers, video editors, assistants, researchers. I mean, I've hired so many different assistants. And if you're running an eBay or an Amazon business or a YouTube channel, or you just need help in your business, one of the number one things you can do is hire a virtual assistant. Because let's be honest, we all have 24 hours in a day. And if you want to grow your business, you're going to typically have to do more or do it better. And you know, we all have special skills, right? For me, I really enjoy making YouTube videos. I love going out and sourcing products. Those are two things I'm good at, but then there's 50 or 60 other things that I'm not that good at. So if you want to grow your business, you can do it really resourcefully and creatively by using a virtual assistant. So let's dive right into this video. And before we jump in, smash that like button, show some love, and let's get right into things. So first and foremost, what is a VA or a virtual assistant? Well, a virtual assistant is somebody who can help you in your business virtually. It's pretty similar to just a normal employee, but typically with a virtual assistant, a lot of times they're gonna be overseas. For me, a lot of my virtual assistants or VAs are from India, Philippines. I've hired from all different types of places, but typically it's from the Philippines or India. You know, I've had virtual assistants do all different types of things for me. They've helped me list products, they've done graphic design, they've edited videos, they've uploaded my videos, they've done search engine optimization, they've researched, they've scheduled, they've managed my calendar. I've had virtual assistants build websites. I've had virtual assistants control my email marketing. I've had virtual assistants find and source products. I have a team of 2 virtual assistants right now that literally source 40 hours a week for me off of eBay for items that I sell on Amazon. So literally, virtual assistants could do any and everything. But the key to hiring a virtual assistant in your business is first and foremost identifying, first of all, what are you really good at? What do you love to do? For me, I love doing YouTube videos and making content, and I love sourcing products, especially like going to thrift stores and stuff. I don't necessarily love doing online arbitrage, right? I don't really like editing my YouTube videos. I don't really like search engine optimization, editing content that I write for my blog or for ebooks that I create. I don't really like to edit. I'm not that good at grammar and punctuation. So you've got to identify, what are you good at? What do you want to focus on? And what are the other 20 or 30 things that you don't want to do, that you don't love, and might necessarily be adding to the growth of your business, right? For me, to grow my YouTube channel, it's all about creating content. I'm not growing my YouTube channel by editing and search engine optimization and creating tags and thumbnails. Obviously, those are all important, right? And it's the same with an e-commerce business. There's 50 different parts of the business that, you know, add to, right, the growth. But there's really, like, it's the Pareto's principle. It's the 80-20 rule. What are the 20% of the things that you can do that build out 80% of the results? So you've got to first and foremost identify those things. And then once you identify what you'd like to outsource, then that's huge. Write out a list, and then what you're gonna wanna do is put out a job application looking for a specific VA or virtual assistant. Now, a big tip that I'd like to give you is to hire for the role, right? In the past, I've tried to cross-train virtual assistants, so I'd hire somebody for like YouTube thumbnails, and then I would have them like doing research and SEO, and then I would have them maybe uploading my videos. And the truth is, a lot of virtual assistants, just like you and I, we have our skills and we have the things that we're not that great at. So hire one person for one specific role. Hire a graphic designer for doing your graphics. Don't have them, you know, video editing. Of course, you could train them and teach them, but things kind of get a little messy, and I've noticed that the quality of work really goes down. So put out a job application for a specific role. So in this example, let's say that we're trying to hire somebody to source products off of eBay to sell on Amazon, which I do. I have 2 virtual assistants who source board games, DVDs, and books for me, okay? So I'm gonna put out a job application, but where do you put out that job application? There's 2 places that I'd recommend. Number 1, OnlineJobs.PH. I'll put a link to that down below. But the reason I love OnlineJobs.PH is because it's a website that focuses on virtual assistants in the Philippines. And what I love about the Philippines and the people in the Philippines is they're loyal, they're trustworthy, they work hard, and you can hire them really inexpensive compared to rates in other countries. So a lot of my virtual assistants, I pay $2, $3, $4, $5 per hour. And over in the Philippines, that's an excellent wage for them. A lot of them are working in call centers over there, and a lot of them only make a couple bucks a day. So just by paying a couple bucks an hour or more, it's a really good wage for them. And I love OnlineJobs.PH because every time I put out a job application, I literally get hundreds of applications. So right now I'm actually looking for a project manager. In one of my businesses right now, we actually have a course. It's called the Book Business Blueprint. We have over 2,000 members. We teach people how to sell books on Amazon. And one of the challenges I've been dealing with lately is we have so many different projects going on that the virtual assistants are doing great, but some of the projects are kind of slowing down and stopping, and there's kind of snags that come up, and there's nobody really responsible for that outcome. And me, I'm busy, dealing with a lot of things. So I want to hire somebody to kind of manage the flow of these projects. And I put out a job application just 2 days ago, and I literally got over 300 applications. It's crazy. So another website you can use is Upwork.com, but the rates are higher. You don't get as many people to apply. And I can just tell you right now, OnlineJobs.PH is fantastic. I love it. So check it out. I'll put a link down below. I'll put a link to Upwork as well. But I'd really recommend OnlineJobs.PH. So once you put out an application, you're gonna get people that start to apply to your job. Now, I wanna give you a couple tips and big mistakes that I made before I learned everything that I've gone through and through trial and error. Is when you put out a job application, first and foremost, you've got to be very specific in terms of what you want. So before you jump in to OnlineJobs.PH or Upwork and put out an application, you've got to know what role you're looking to hire, what are the characteristics you want, what hours do you want them to work. It's all about clarity. What are the traits? Do you want them to be very great at communicating? Do you want them to be someone who can speak English well? Maybe they're going to be taking phone calls, so they have to be able to write and speak well. Do you want somebody who is very punctual? So you've got to think exactly what it is that you want. And one of the things I like to do is I like to create a Loom video as well. So check out the Chrome extension Loom. I think it's like $5 or $10 a month, and it allows you to create screen recordings on your computer. So what I'll do is I'll create like a 10-minute training video, usually giving my applicants a piece of work. So for example, maybe I'll create a Loom video teaching how to source items, and for the actual application, I'll actually have them, in order to qualify, to complete that task. So I'll create a Loom video, I'll get a specific link, I'll actually drop that into the application description, and that'll weed out 50 or 60% of the people, because half the people won't even read the application and they won't even give you that sample of work. Another thing I like to do is when I create, a couple paragraph description on OnlineJobs.PH or Upwork, I like to hide a little sentence in there for an action for them to do. Now again, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to find qualified, serious candidates and not just some random person who is just applying to a bunch of different job applications. So what I'll usually put is I'll say, go to my YouTube channel at Rake and Profit and respond in the title of this application with how many subscribers I have. So now when I get 300 applications that come in, I can just completely ignore anybody who didn't follow the directions and put how many subscribers on my YouTube channel in the title of the application. So I'll give a specific action for them to complete alongside with a sample of work. And again, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to save time. I don't want to have 150 applications and then I have to go through them all, or I have someone on my team go through them all. It just takes a lot of time. So you can really weed out the ones that are serious, the ones that follow directions, and you could literally sneak little tiny things in there for them to do just based on whatever job it is that you're looking to hire for. So it's important. Do they follow directions? Set the expectations up front. And then I would say, last but not least, once you find a couple different people, I would jump on a Zoom call. I would talk to them. I would get a feel for, if they mesh and fit well with your personality and what you're looking for. And if they kind of complete all those steps, they follow the directions, they put in the headline, whatever it is you want, they gave you a sample of work, it met your expectations, maybe you have 3 or 4 people that you like, You could really, honestly, what I like to do is do trial runs for 2 or 3 of them, and I'll pay them for the trial run, and then I'll just pick the one that's best. But be patient, because, there's an old saying that I read in a book. I forgot how it went, but it was like, if you try to rush the process and try to like get people to do everything that you want perfectly, and you don't you just speed through the training process, it's gonna create headaches long term. So if you move fast in the beginning, your life's gonna go slow in the end, because they're gonna mess up, the expectations aren't there, they're not gonna understand the job, and it's gonna create a lot of headaches in your business. Be patient, move slow in the beginning. Create Loom training videos, create SOPs, standing operating procedures, or just create a document with all the rules and the steps that you want for that specific job, and train them over time. Course correct. They're gonna have issues and challenges and make mistakes. Don't beat them up, don't criticize them. They're human, just like you and I. We all make mistakes each and every day. When you first start with them, you have to take things slow and train them, just like you and I. Whenever we first started a job, we make mistakes and whatnot. So just take it easy, train them slowly, and I'm telling you, it'll be worth it in the end. So I'm gonna tell you right now, a virtual assistant literally changed my business. It's allowed me to focus on the things I love. It's allowed me to focus on the things I enjoy. And it's really helped me to grow my business by having a team to support me, because there's gonna be days when you and I are off, we don't feel like working, or maybe we're struggling. And for me, I love having problem solvers in my business. I love having, someone on my team in the different areas of my business that can solve problems, and I can do the things that I enjoy. So I would highly recommend going and getting a virtual assistant. And one thing I forgot to mention, OnlineJobs.PH, they do have a free plan, but I'd recommend getting the paid plan. Now it's either $70 a month, or I think it's like $200 or $300 for a year. I paid for the $300, I think it was like $300 for the year. And one of the things I love about it is they give you free, well, it's not free, but when you pay for it, you get background checks, and you can see how many people they applied for, how many people they're working for. And you can learn a lot about a person by seeing what they're doing behind the scenes. And I don't think that they know that we have access to this. So it's just a great benefit of the paid premium plan on OnlineJobs.PH. And I think it's a lot more value than Upwork.com, and you could hire people much less inexpensive. So with that being said, much love. I hope this was able to add value to you. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.